The movie continues right where the last one ended. Police arrive at the burning Domas mansion and find Grace sitting on the steps, smoking a cigarette. They ask if she's okay. Suddenly, she has a panic attack and collapses. The medics quickly place her on a stretcher and take her to the hospital. At the hospital, Grace wakes up and sees that she is handcuffed to her bed. Detective Bassett is there with her. She asks why she is handcuffed, but Bassett starts questioning her about the fire. He tells her that they found Daniel and Becky's bodies in the burned house. He also shows her wedding dress and points out that the blood on it is not hers. He even mentions that there was a pack of cigarettes with it. Grace is then visited by her emergency contact, her estranged sister, Faith McCauley, who she hasn't spoken to in 7 years. Grace tells her everything that happened with the Domas family, how she survived the night, and how she saw the spirit of Mr. Lubale. Faith is shaken after hearing this, but she doesn't believe the part about the cult. The movie then moves to Newport, USA, where we see Chester Danforth, who is old and very sick, sitting in his room. His informant arrives and tells him about the fall of the Domas family and how Grace survived. Chester then sends a message to the other families who are part of the same satanic cult council once led by the Domases. These families include Ignacio L. Cato, Wan Chun-Shing, the brothers Madhu and Viraj Rajan, and Bill Wilkinson. Soon, Chester's twin children, Ursula and Titus, are called in. They are unhappy when they hear that the seat of power is now open, because they believe it should go directly to them. But Chester insists that these are Lubale's rules. Angry at this, Ursula and Titus kill him by smothering him with a pillow. After that, they gather the other families together. Back at the hospital, Detective Bassett is taking Grace into custody for questioning when Bill suddenly appears and throws a knife into Bassett's neck, killing him. Grace and Faith run for their lives. They hide in the hospital reception, and while Bill searches for them, Grace quietly goes to Bassett's body and takes his gun. Bill finds them and attacks, trying to kill Grace to claim his new power. But suddenly, he explodes into bloody pieces, shocking Faith. Grace quickly changes her dress, and as they try to leave the hospital, more goons appear in the elevator. They gas the sisters to knock them out, warning that Bill tried to kill Grace before the game even started, breaking Lubale's rules, and as a result, he doomed the rest of his bloodline to an early death. The heads of the families arrive at the Danforth's lodge and casino. Chun-Shing brings her lazy son, Chung-Fu. Madhu and Viraj arrive with Madhu's wife, Martina. They gather with the captive sisters, Grace and Faith, and are joined by a mysterious man known only as the lawyer. He explains that because Grace survived hide and seek against the Domases, the seat of power over the council and parts of the world now falls to her. She must hide until dawn from all the families hunting her, and someone must wear the council's ring by then, or Lubale will be angry. Grace refuses at first, but when they threaten to kill Faith in front of everyone, she reluctantly agrees. The sisters are knocked out again with injections and taken to a golf course, where they are given a head start. Everyone gets ready with their weapons to kill the sisters. Everyone gets into their cars, but Ursula and Titus cheat that they hide others' car keys to give themselves an advantage. Viraj, Ignacio, and Chun-Shing lead the hunt for their families, while the others watch from the lodge through security cameras. The sisters regain conscious and runs into the woods, but they are found by Titus and almost killed by Axe, but they evade it and run away. They then found by Ignacio, who tries to shoot the sisters with a sniper rifle but misses. The sisters trick him into firing at a propane tank, which explodes and almost hits Viraj. He survives, but Grace gets pieces of debris embedded in her skin. Grace and Faith run into a building, with Viraj chasing them. Inside, they find a bandsaw and use it to cut their handcuffs free, but the noise alerts Viraj. The sisters ambush him and throw him into an industrial-sized washing machine. Grace hits this sanitize button, effectively boiling Viraj alive until he stops screaming. Madhu watches in horror, realizing he's next. He tries to escape responsibility by giving up his position as head of the family to his wife, Martina. She calls him out for being spineless, but still signs the contract and takes over the role. In the casino, Grace and Faith hide while Grace picks debris out of her body. The sisters talk and open up. Faith admits she felt abandoned when Grace moved to New York without her. Chun-Shing finds them and offers a way out. Her lawyers found a loophole. If Grace agrees to marry Chung-Fu, the Wans would take the seat of power, and Grace could live without actually living with him. Grace refuses, saying she won't join a devil cult. Ignacio finds them and tries to shoot the sisters, but Grace grabs Chun-Shing's hand holding a sword and stabs Ignacio through the throat. Because the rules forbid competing families from killing each other, even by accident, the Wan's entire bloodline is doomed. Chun-Xing explodes. Back at the lodge, everyone anxiously waits for Chung-Fu, who soon also explodes into chunks. Grace and Faith try to call 911, but are intercepted by Ursula and Titus. The twins order the sisters to go to the front gates, but Grace and Faith had already figured out their trick. When Faith threatens to kill Titus with Chun-Xing's sword, Ursula says she doesn't care. A brief distraction lets the twins gain the upper hand, until they see Martina driving toward them. It looks like she might run Grace over, but instead she smashes through the front gates and drives away as far as possible. This gives Grace and Faith the chance to escape, even though Grace was giving Faith time to get away first. Grace is ambushed by Francesca while Faith is brutally attacked by Titus. The two women spray mace in each other's faces, temporarily blinding themselves, but Grace manages to knock Francesca out using a keyboard. Ursula stops Titus from killing Faith and uses her as bait to lure Grace. They tell Grace where to find them, and she arms herself by finding a rifle and some ammo. Francesca tries to attack again, but Grace shoots and kills her. She then follows Faith's voice to confront Ursula and Titus. When the twins chase her, Grace locks herself in a room, but Titus holds a gun to Faith's head in front of her. At the last moment, Grace offers Titus a marriage proposal, letting him claim the seat of power so she can survive. Titus accepts the proposal. The sisters are cleaned up and ready for the wedding. Ursula confides to Grace that she knows Titus is a monster and that she has always tried to keep him under control. Titus overhears this and, in a sudden rage, strangles Ursula, snapping her neck. The remaining family members gather for the wedding, with the lawyer officiating. After Grace and Titus are married, he forcefully kisses Grace and tries to take the ring to claim his power. But Grace reacts fast. She grabs a nearby dagger and stabs Titus repeatedly in the neck. Since, as he showed when he killed Ursula, there's no rule against killing your own family, she takes the ring from him. Faith then kicks Titus into a pit of corpses. Grace's first and final act as head of the council is to remove herself from the organization altogether. She refuses to spend her life killing innocent people. She throws the ring into the pit, causing the remaining council members to frantically jump in and fight each other for it. Dawn arrives, time runs out, and the cultists begin exploding one by one until they all burst into a massive, gory explosion. Madhu is left, thinking he's safe because he didn't jump in, but he too explodes, showering Grace and Faith. Mr. LaBelle appears before the sisters one last time and nods in respect for their survival, while the lawyer allows them to go free. Grace also rescues the goat that had been destined for sacrifice. As Grace, Faith, and the goat leave the gates, the sisters reconcile, deciding to rebuild their relationship for good. In this way, movie ends here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more interesting movie recaps.